Hello, my delicious co-creators. Lilou here. I'm in Japan on a Juicy Living tour going from Tokyo to Kyoto with Yuka. Amazing Yuka. You're going to love her. Oh my God. Hi, Yuka.
Hi, Lilou.
This is so special, my delicious co-creators. And I did a few videos online to kind of explain what was happening because this happened so fast. I didn't hear about your event. You know, I'm here for the Symphony of Peace Prayer that is happening at Fuji, right? And that you are organizing, and that your grandfather really created that. I'm so thrilled to meet you as a person because I feel, you know, we're part of the same generation, and you have so much love and light that it's delicious for all Japanese people watching and from all the beautiful co-creators out there in the world to see it and to witness it. Thank you for being you.
Oh, thank you for being you. You're so beautiful. I'm just so happy to be sitting next to you and to be able to be with you now in Japan.
Japan, how extraordinary. I was supposed to come 2 years ago, and only now, this you know, when there's the right timing that is there. I know that you were born into this pretty amazing family with your grandfather. Could you tell us about him a little bit to start this?
Sure. So my grandfather's name is Masahisa Goi, and after World War II, he said that it's Japanese people's mission to pray for the peace for the whole world. And so since then, what we've been doing is kept praying for the peace of the whole world until a time when everyone can pray for each other and for everyone in the world.
What's amazing with that is that you're saying praying, and we can all pray even though if we don't have everything that we think we could have in our life, meaning there is atrocities after World War II. People didn't have everything, and yet your grandfather was there pray. Why is so?
Why? Because he believed that it's all right that people want things and we need things, but at the very end of the day, or your thoughts, just finish with "May peace prevail on earth," because peace cannot happen. Like just what Moshe was saying yesterday, he taught us that peace it has to happen for everybody's peace in order for real peace to manifest. So to keep praying for peace of the whole world will enrich in your life and for others around the world too.
So I know your mother kind of took over his work, and you're also, how from generation to generation, how do you feel about that? Did you have challenge? How do you feel you're having the vision evolve too? Because as new generation, we bring something else. You were born into this already. You didn't have to create it. So, what is your view on the whole situation on Earth and where we're at, and why this event?
I think it's very interesting with our organization because our essence doesn't change, but with the time of our practice or the method changes. And it's all right because people change and the culture changes, but the essence is what is really important. And there are many ways to touch the essence or to express the essence. And for my grandfather, it was to pray, just keep praying for peace of the world. And my mom kept on that essence, but started saying that everyone is divine and we all have the divinity within us. And so she thought of ways to really express that and for people to experience that. And now with me and my sisters, we're also working together. But we believe in the essence of what my grandfather and my mother believes. But maybe in our generation, it's more about coming together and people really holding hands and really overcoming the differences to really express and share that essence. So we keep evolving, and what we offer may evolve as well, but the essence is really about bringing peace within us and into the world.
Hence the SOPP, the Symphony Peace Prayer. It's interreligious. Tell us about that, bringing different religion, different spiritual leaders together and praying for peace.
So SOPP is the full title is Symphony of Peace Prayers. So we want to create a symphony around peace prayers. And what we do is we invite religious leaders from a different religion, and we ask them to offer a peace prayer in their own tradition. We have a lot of people come on this day of SOPP, and they're all sitting in the fields of Mount Fuji. But no matter what religion or belief you may have, we invite them to pray in each of the prayer that the religious leaders offer us. And so people will pray in Hebrew, in English, no matter what religion you believe in. And it's about creating a symphony, because if it's about praying for the peace of the world and for the humanity and the earth, it doesn't matter how it's expressed. You just want to be one with that prayer. And we do that, and we create a space so that everyone can experience that we're all one. And through prayer, we can create a symphony, no matter what religion or faith or belief you may have. And it's really about coming together and experiencing that together. So that's what SOPP is really about.
This is the fourth year, or which year?
No, we've started in 2005.
Oh my God.
So it's been...
Ninth, or
Yeah. Yes, I think so. Ninth.
Amazing. And so we're going to see different flags and people giving prayers in their own language and for all around the world.
Yeah, so the first section is about interfaith. So we'll pray for the peace in different religion. And then the second part will be praying for each country of the world. So we'll be saying, may peace be in Argentina, or alphabetically, the 192 countries that's registered. And we use the native language of that country. So we'll be saying it in English. If it's praying for America, it will be in Japanese when we're praying for Japan, French if we're praying for France. And so because we honor its language and the power of that words and for the people. So,
and with the beautiful Mount Fuji there, what does Mount Fuji represent for Japanese people?
For Japanese people, Mount Fuji is a very, very sacred mountain, and the national religion of Japan is Shintoism, which really honors and respects nature. So we have this belief or this culture of really respecting and honoring the nature, and Mount Fuji is really the symbol for us of nature, and to really feel that sacredness. So even for Japanese people, Mount Fuji means a lot. And you'll see, like, when we pass through the bullet train and we see Mount Fuji, everyone will be looking at it or just loving it or taking pictures, because it's a really important symbol for us.
You tell us about your own vision, and tell us about your vision. Because I love how you speak of the sun and the cloud. Share with all the beautiful co-creators in the world how you see it, because I think it's very visual and we can feel it and really see it, so it's precious.
Thank you so much. So I always explain of my vision with the sun. So there's the sun that's always shining, but there's also clouds in the sky. And when there's like thick and black cloud surrounding the sky, we can't see the sun anymore. And maybe when it's storming or really raining hard or snowing, we won't be able to see or feel the sun. And if it's always surrounded by the clouds, we can't even believe that there is a sun. But no matter how it may seem in the ground, up above there's always that sun shining. And we don't need to get rid of all the clouds to feel the sun. All you need is just a little crack between the clouds, and then the warmth of the sun or the light of the sun, you can totally feel. And I always feel that the sun is the soul within each one of us. We all have that beautiful, perfect, warm, loving soul itself, just perfect as it is. But because we're human, like the cloud, we may do things and say things or think things that may block the sun that we have within us. But when you look at the sky, no matter how thick or dark the cloud is, it could never harm or touch the sun in any way, because it exists in a totally different level. So the soul that's deep within us exists in a totally different realm or level from as human beings. So no matter what we may think of ourselves, deep down inside, it's just perfect and so pure in love itself. And so my vision, or what I always wanted to keep doing in my life, is to find a crack between the clouds so that I could always feel the soul, the sun within me, and to be able to see that beautiful soul in everyone. And so I'm looking at many ways or different tools or method to crack open that cloud between our ways of living and thinking so that we can really be the true essence of ourselves.
You're Japanese, you live in Tokyo. What are for you the things to crack that so that we can see more of that sun here in Japan? What are some of the challenges or things you think are kind of could be blocking that sun to shine really brightly?
I think the earthquake hit in March 11th, 2011. For us, we say 3/11, but that was really a tragic moment, but also one way of how that crack opened up in so many people, because we've been living this materialistic lifestyle, and we thought it would never end, and that this is perfect just the way it is. But then we realized how fragile it was, the way we live, and how unsustainable it was. And people started thinking what was more important in life, and that connection or spirituality, or to believe in something bigger than what we have today. I think that was really a big occasion, like for all of us to experience. And so now I see a lot of our generation people wanting a different lifestyle and searching for something more than what we have been, how we've been living, which is a great opportunity for us to search and think over of ourselves. And so I don't know if that answered.
Yeah, no, it all, and also I'm inspired by the actions that you took around that, which is creating this organization.
So I'm a board of an NPO called Miratsuku. Miratsuku means to create future together. It was a lot of Japanese people tend to suppress what they are feeling or aren't able to really express what they're going through. So we wanted to create a space, a safe space for people to just share, to just see what's happening, just take a moment, because even the activists at the field or people working so hard as leaders in the area, they get burned out also, and there's so much to do that they don't look and care for themselves, or really to step back and see what's really arising through all this that's happening. So and we believe that it's through deep dialogue that we can really connect and understand, and I believe in the power of the collective wisdom. So when people come together, then the wisdom rises or births through us. And so we've been holding these kind of spaces for people to come together, to speak and to share, and together find a way to move forward. And
tell us about that analogy between the charcoal and the diamond. I think it's so beautiful. It's really a must share.
So this was an example told by my dear friend Nipun Mehta, who has been doing service-based work in America. And he was giving the example of a charcoal and a diamond. They both are the same element, carbon, but the difference was how they connected with each other. So he was saying that it's so important for us to connect together in a really strong way. Then we can become that strong diamond that's really clear and powerful. But if we don't believe in each other or trust each other or are always moving out of fear, then the carbon's connection gets weakened and it becomes dark and weak. So with him, he always really cares about how people connect with each other. And it has to come from generosity, love, trust, and yeah.
And he's the one that created the Karma Kitchen?
Yes, he's the one who started Karma Kitchen and does.
You have done 4 Karma Kitchens here in Japan. Tell us about it, and maybe the beautiful Japanese co-creators or other people around the world can also, because these are the things that we can all do. You know, it's not just Yuka or I or other people I'm interviewing. It's you. You know, we can all. There's definitely so many beautiful things happening in the world. We don't have to initiate or start something. It could be something already existing, like this, huh?
Exactly, and I was so inspired by Nipun's work just exactly because of what you just said, anyone can start it, and it doesn't have to be something big. It can start from a very small acts. And we always say that actually the small acts of kindness are the best ways. And he does things like smile cards. Is, you know how in college people does pranks, you know, like pranks. Like they surprise people. Like they create a hole so that people like fall and they laugh about it. You know, these kind of mean things. But the important of pranks is that you hide so that people don't know that this tricks has been made, and someone falls into a hole and people laugh about it. You know, but it's anonymous. You have to hide yourself, because if you tell everyone that I made a hole here, no one would be tricked to fall into the hole. So Nippon thought of a way of doing pranks, but in a good way. And so he thought of this smile card. It's to do act of kindness anonymously, but to have the card to say that you've been tagged and that you have been given generosity from someone, and now it's your turn to pay that forward. So there's many beautiful stories around smile cards. Like, for example, someone, I think, had a first class upgraded to first class or business class, but they had a smile card in there and they wanted to do something good for other people. So they went to look for an economy seat and found an elder sitting there. So they asked the flight attendant to change seats with them, but don't let them know that it was him who gave him the upgraded seats, but just give him this smile card which says you've been tagged anonymously. Or someone was, I don't know.
Isn't that juicy? Isn't that juicy, man? That's just, we can all do that. The pay it forward thing.
Yes, or like a toll booth, right? You can pay for someone after you and then ask them to give this smile card, and then they'll receive a free money, and you don't know who did it, but it's your turn to pay forward. And like these kind of movement is what Nippon has started. And another one was Karma Kitchen, where you go to a restaurant, you eat the meal, but the check reads 0 because it was being paid forward, and all the generosities of people have created this space so that you can experience food of love. And now you can pay that forward. You can pay so that the next customer can experience the same thing, or you can do something totally different, like sending your wife a flower or smiling to the stranger in the street, anything, so that you can just keep that ripples of generosity.
I love that unconditionality, and to me, we can all be co-creators around this world, but the condition is, not the condition, but we have to do it unconditionally. There's something about doing things unconditionally, yeah?
Yes, and we learned
just because.
And like when I first did a volunteer at the Karma Kitchen, I realized so much of my ego. So I went there wanting to spread generosity and just do acts of kindness unconditionally. But suddenly when I started working, I wanted to be the good waitress, and I wanted people to love me. And then you realize so much of how much, it's so easy to be tricked into, like, what is unconditional love? How do you serve so that they can be really happy and not about yourself? And it's really like a learning for everyone who work there or come there to just have fun. Or
could you share with us something that is really important that you would love to see in your lifetime, or something that is that is your biggest wish, your biggest heart desire?
I guess it really goes back to the sun. I really hope that each one of us can really know who we really are, and to feel that deep love and that pure light that we actually have within us. A lot of people, we forget and we doubt ourselves, but each one of us has such beautiful gifts. And I love this poet. His name is Mati Stepanek. He passed away when he was 13. He had an illness. But he said that everyone has a gift to offer in this lifetime, in this life, no matter how short or long their life may be. And it's to really do what they love. And just doing what they love and living fully of who they are will be a true gift to the earth and the planet. I believe that. So I really hope that by connecting to the true self, the really core self, and really living that and doing what they really love or feel called to do would really be a gift to the whole planet, not just for yourself. So I want to see a world where everyone can live who they really are and everyone loving it.
I can see you're living it, and that's why you're so inspiring right now. And I'm so grateful to have met you, and that we get to spend those next few days together here. And I want to give you a big kiss, my juicy co-creators. We're here on this fast bullet train, speeding up. I think we're really going super fast right now. I don't know if you can hear it. I hope not. But we really are there with you, heart to heart. Heart to heart, huh?
Heart to heart. And thank you so much.
Thank you, my juicy co-creators. Big kisses. I'll make sure I'll do lots and lots of videos from here. I know you want to hear more. Ooh, stay tuned. Big kisses. Bye. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Yeah, it's sayonara. Sayonara. Arigato. Domo arigato. Yoshi. It's Yoshi. Oishi. Oishi. Juicy. Delicious. Oishi. Oishi. Good.
That was so fun.